this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here for another bit of a play, making some more autumn themed ephemera for our autumn journal. And what I've got with me today is I've just got a couple of my masterboard, scrapbook masterboard pieces, and I just thought these were quite good colours to go in our autumn journal. This one, obviously, because it's got the teal, which I've kind of introduced into my autumn 2020 kit, which, if you can see there, doesn't it just pick that up and just look really, really pretty? If I just, you know, move some bits and pieces around. So I thought this might be quite a nice kind of addition to actually add, if I just show you there, a couple of nice bits in our journal. So just a kind of little bit of a word of, you know, well, just caution really for me, basically, is obviously we're doing the altered book, which the pages, you may want to kind of keep an eye on what size altered book you're using. So let me just grab my book in, because as you can see, depending on what size book you use, you just want to keep an eye on what size you need your ephemera pieces to be. Depending, you know, sometimes books are actually much smaller than you think. You know, you can look at the cover and then when you open them, the pages can be quite tiny. So if I just kind of show you for comparison, this to me feels like quite a biggish book. These much smaller. Can you see that? So I'll just give you a sort of rough idea so as you kind of know. These pages here are, yeah, kind of 5.5 by about 8 3/4 or 8 2/3 of an inch, whereas these ones, these are 5 inches by 7 3/4. So, you know, it's quite a significant difference, to be honest, once you're making your pieces, because you may then make things that actually, you know, this book page pocket, for instance, it barely fits on this page. I mean, it's okay, but obviously bearing in mind, if this was an altered book, these pages would still be bound into the book. It would be a bit of a tight squeeze. Whereas on this page, this fits much more comfortably. So it's just kind of something worth bearing in mind, is just double check the sort of rough size page size, sorry, that you're going to be working with. So I'm just going to move that to one side. Sorry, not size, side. So yeah, I'm going to take my collage page and I'm going to just cut it down to make some bits and bobs. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm trying to obviously work out how to get the most pieces from here, and obviously, you know, the types of size that I can get away with in this book. So if we just have a look, for instance, there, that feels a little bit cluttery. So I think I'm going to go for this way. So I'm just going to trim that down here like that. And oops, just take it sort of across here. Okay, so that's not too bad a size really for this book. And then I might just cut them all down so as I'm kind of, you know, ready to go. So I might make a longer piece here from this piece, so that might be quite nice. So I just then take that down across there, and then just whoops, go. Probably better off going down this way actually, so as I keep in the same sort of line. Okay, oops, like that. So I've got sort of a belly band or a pocket, and obviously that pocket. And then from this piece here, again, just want to kind of check how I'm going to be best doing it. And I'm thinking, again, I could have a kind of belly bandy pocket type piece, and maybe maybe a slimmer sort of tag or something, or could actually tear that across as a sort of corner. So let's again just trim this down like that, and then this one, if I just tear this across the middle, I would have then 2 corner pockets. So just do that. Oops, like that. Okay, and then I've got 2 corner pockets. So let's move my journal now out of the way, and we'll just then get to decorating some of these bits and pieces. So yeah, let's work on this piece first. So I'm going to trim this down because obviously it's got that side which, you know, just it's a little bit scruffy. I mean, I don't really mind that, but we'll just tidy it up a little bit. So like that. And then I'm going to ink this up. Oops. So we just ink all around. Which will just then, you know, it makes everything look quite cohesive once it's all inked, I think. Because then colours that weren't sort of, you know, necessarily put together in the first place, they take on the same tone and then they do go together, is, you know, I think anyway. I don't know whether other people agree, but definitely I think that's kind of what happens. So I've got my, what do you call it? My lengthways snippet. I'm thinking this piece with the tree looks quite nice, and just handily that happens to be the bottom piece of that snippet. That wasn't planned, but that just happened to fall like that. So yeah, I think that would be quite nice on there. So maybe up there so we have a bit more of the kind of teal colour showing. And all I'm going to do is just ink around here. So again, just then takes on the same sort of hues really. Like that. Okay, so that looks really, really nice, doesn't it? And then we can just, you know, finish this off. Again, I'm just grabbing things that are just laying about on my desk. I'm not really worrying too much kind of what bits I grab in. I'm just kind of randomly seeing what I've got. So maybe something like that. Now I'm just going to have a look at my fall ephemera and see what bits and pieces I've got there. Oops, I've cut into this for some reason. I think this must have been my daughter, or maybe it was my scan and cut. I don't know. Yeah, it's not looking too healthy, is it now? So right, let's just get rid of this. But I'm wondering if we could have the owl just kind of poking out. So let's just cut around him. Okay. I can't believe it's autumn already. I mean, honestly, the year has just flown by. It's been the strangest year, obviously, ever. You know, and I know that I've said this before, but I mean, normally when you do not a lot, you know, the time just kind of stands still. But this year, you know, obviously we've kind of all been in and had this weird time. And yet the year's gone the quickest I've ever known. It's just really strange. I don't know why, you know, why it would have flown by like that. You know, when it's actually been not doing much. It just seems really strange. Really strange. But yeah, it'll be Christmas before we know it. So, heaven forbid. Well, I do really like Christmas, I have to say. So yeah, I know lots of people don't really like it, but I do really like it. I mean, I have to say I don't like it as much as I used to, which is really strange because you would have thought having children that you'd like it more, but I think mainly because everywhere's become less and less Christmassy. Every year it seems to just get less and less Christmassy. Or maybe that's because I'm, you know, much older now. I don't know. You know, like once you've kind of had so many Christmases, I guess the novelty wears off. I'm not sure. But definitely it's not as exciting as it kind of seemed to be. I mean, of course, not as exciting as when you're a child, but yeah, it seems to have just lost its shine a bit. I think partly because, you know, things like the shops, they're just open the next day and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. It doesn't feel like it's a magical time of year. It's just a magical one day. And yeah, that's kind of a shame, isn't it? Because, you know, it should feel a bit more magical than that, shouldn't it? Okay, right, let's just have a look. So I've got some of my flower trim. Just bring that in. Okay, let's just have a look. Needing some lace, I think, somewhere on this. So that's kind of, you know, keeping me stumped. Needing some lace. I thought the blue would look really, really nice. Not so sure now. I'm going to definitely cut those header pieces off because they are just very, very thick on this. Not liking those at all. Let's get rid of those a bit. Well, and, you know, of course, following such a crazy year that it's been, who knows what's going to, you know, what form Christmas will kind of take anyway, because, you know, it's just going to be very strange. I can't decide now. I think it needs some lace. Obviously, I think it needs some lace because, you know, everything looks better with lace, but yeah, I can't quite decide what lace. I've just dropped some black lace on the floor beside me, so let's pull that in and see whether that looks good. Oops. Oh gosh, I can't see which way up this needs to go. I think it's that way. Well, the black is quite nice, I think. Yeah. I quite like the black, I think. Okay. Yeah, I quite like the black. So let's again bring in my Fabri-Tac. We'll just then glue that down. Okay. So I hope everyone's having a good day. Wonder if you're now thinking about Christmas. Sorry if I've kind of set alarm bells going off for you. Oh, I still can't see whether this is right way or wrong way up. Oh, it's so annoying. I had thought it was the other way, and then, yeah, now I've changed my mind. I think it's this way, but hey, I might have got it wrong completely. So I'm going to have the owl there. I would quite like to have a number, I think, behind the owl somewhere. Just having a look around, seeing what numbers I've got kind of to hand. So this is my ephemera folder that I take kind of to my mum's house, and yeah, it's not really panning out very well, to be honest. Going to actually stop using this, so yeah, I might kind of deal with this a bit on a Tidy Friday and sort it out, because I don't think it's really working quite how I had hoped. And I'm actually finding it just, you know, very annoying. Because what's happened, I thought it was a great idea, but now look at what's happened. It's like a journal, an alligator mouth journal. It just won't close. Obviously, it's got too much stuff in there. I mean, you know, that's why. But yeah, so it's now not so good. I mean, it started out, it was great, but of course now it's not really great because it's just bulging at the seams and not laying flat at all. Right, but I have got a lot of numbers in there, so I can replenish my stocks now of numbers, which is quite handy. Oh, that's quite nice. Right, let me get this stuff all out of the way because that's a bit distracting now. And I have got some gold flowers there, which I wasn't intending on having gold flowers at all. Yeah, not at all. But for some reason, they kind of are calling me, and they sort of look quite nice. What about a domino? Just have a look. That's quite fun, isn't it? I wonder if this flower would be better. It's just slightly smaller. Right, let me glue these bits down before I decide. So, whoops. Let's get this domino down. Okay. And the number. Okay. Try and have the number straight, I think. And then we're going to have the owl here poking out behind, so just pop him down. I do love the changing of the seasons, I have to say, and I'm pretty sure that I've said this again recently, just repeating myself again, but yeah, I do really like the changing of the seasons. I used to think that I would just love to live somewhere hot, you know, that was hot all year round, but actually I think I would miss the changing of the seasons, because I do love it, you know, once it's kind of wintry and, you know, can get my jumpers out and my winter coat and all of that. I mean, I'm not, obviously I don't like the dark, horrible, rainy, windy, freezing days. They are not very nice at all. But, you know, there is something kind of quite nice about the dark evenings and, you know, having your dinner kind of when it's dark. And I mean, soup, I love soup. I know I'm always talking about soup in the winter. But yeah, so all of those kinds of things, I think I do really like winter. So I think I would miss it. You know, if I lived somewhere where there weren't really any kind of notable changes in season, I think I'd be sorry. Just had to staple that down as well, because that lace was kind of like, you know, hanging up. I don't know, just it was standing up a little bit. So I'm just going to glue this down. Okay. Yeah, we're not at that stage as yet. I mean, again, I know I say this every time, I'm filming ahead. So obviously it's not the stage of soups and things like that yet. It's not the cozy cold evenings. Although by the time this video goes out, who knows, it may well be. So yeah, please don't kind of just think I'm lying. I'm not lying, just filming ahead. So at this precise moment, the weather's still okay. But yeah, I realise it may well not be by the time that this goes out. Right, so I quite like that with the gold flower down there. So I'm just going to hot glue that flower on. So we just pop that down and just have this nice fabric trim type flower in the centre. So really pretty, isn't it? Okay, and should we just have a bit of bling? Let's have a bit of bling, because, well, just bling is fun. Bling is so fun. Trim that down a bit. Okay, just hot glue that down again, because it's nice and quick. Oops. Oh, come on. Oh. Burnt my finger a little bit, but not too much. It doesn't really hurt. It just felt super hot. It would have hurt if I'd have just left my finger on there. And I'll just then trim that little bit of lace that's kind of overhanging on there. So that's that piece. Doesn't that look pretty? It's quite decorated. I know it's a little bit kind of full on, but you know, sometimes full on is nice, isn't it? It's nice to just have a few highly decorated pieces, isn't it? So yeah, quite like how that looks. So I'm going to tuck that under my leg, I think, because this is not, you know, looking like it's sticking down too quickly. So just going to kind of stick that under my leg to glue down. Okay, bring in the other pieces from that collage book. So we've got here a little corner piece. And I'm just going to tear that down, because otherwise it was looking a bit, you know, a bit square on the edge, which I wasn't so keen on. So let's have a look and see what we might like to put with that. Again, just rummaging through what I've got here beside me. I love this this paper. For some reason, this is my favourite, I think. You know, with these little owls. So, and they just seem to look nice everywhere that I kind of hold them. So I'm going to just tear out one of those. Maybe have that kind of there, on there, I think. Just need to tear that down slightly more. Okay, and then I'm just going to try that black word again. I think I've cut that black word too small. I think that's what's going on with that. So I've got some more behind me. Let me just pull them in. Oh, I've also got the sheet of the brown words, which, to be fair, they may look okay on here. So let's just try capture the moment. Let's see how that looks. Actually, let's tear that. I feel like this is 2 sheets, but I think it's only 1. Okay, just tear that down. Oops. Oh, that might be too long on there now. It's going to be one of those days for crafting where nothing's quite going to come together as you hope, or as I hope. Maybe your day's going okay. I hope everyone's day's going okay. Are you working on some autumn themed things, or have you moved on to Christmas now? Yeah, I haven't moved on to Christmas at all, so I'm a bit of a last minute Christmas person, so I will probably be last minute with my Christmas videos as well. So I'm always a last minute Christmas present person. I think if I bought them too early, I'm just one of those people who'd then just totally forget what I've bought and where I've put it. I don't like this brown with this. I want the black, really. So let me just quickly have a rummage in my bag, because I know I've got some black ones from where I've printed them and taken them out. So I just want to try and find them. Oh, well, of course I can't find them now. It's just always the way, isn't it? You can't ever find quite the thing that you've got in mind. No, I can't spot them anywhere. Oh, that's annoying. Right. Okay, well, we'll scrap the black words. Okay, scrap the black words. Let's just see what else we've got. So I've still got those glue book favourites, which again, I'm kind of coupling those with the autumn pieces. Oh, isn't that really nice there? That is quite nice, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Is that a bit much? Is that too much on there? Yeah, probably. I think it would be quite nice, but not here, because there's not really enough room for all of that. So yeah, I think this maybe would look quite nice on one of the other pieces. So I'm going to just kind of keep that in mind for one of the other pieces. But I think for this, maybe like that. Now, did I have any black numbers? I know I don't seem to have the black words, but do I have any black numbers? Oh, I have got a black word. Oh, everything but. Look, everything but. Well, we've got the black word now, so we could try and use that. So let's cut that down and try and leave it a little bit bigger than the last one. The last one only got so small because I'd cut it not very straight the first time around. So when I then obviously trimmed it again, it just got smaller and smaller. So yeah, I haven't really cut this one very straight either. But okay. Right. Oops. Just move that. Oh, move that bit of Varimontes there. Okay, well, I quite like how that looks anyway. So let's have a look and see what lace and things that we want to... Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I just absolutely love how that looks. Right, let's put this one down. And this is just on that thickish, you know, printer paper. So it's not kind of any special paper or anything. I mean, it is slightly thicker than regular copy paper, but not, you know, not special paper of any kind. Just going to then have just that top little kind of curly bit. Can you see that? The wavy part of that lace. So I don't want to kind of overdo it by having too much of the lace trim there, but just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Just pop that down. There we go. And again, just trim that off slightly. Oops. Oh, come on. Okay. So that's that trimmed, and I'm going to just have that gorgeous flower just there to the side. It looks really pretty on there, doesn't it? So I'm just going to hot glue this one down. It's always really handy to have some ready-made flowers and things, you know, ready to go. In fact, I must make some more because I'm running probably a little bit low. But yeah, it's quite handy to have some just ready in your stash. Maybe we'll have Journey just like that. I mean, to be honest, it looks really nice with nothing, but I think that the little bit of black there just kind of breaks it up and stops it from being completely colourless. Okay, I'm just getting rid of some glue threads that are now hanging around. Okay. I'll just pop that down there. Yay! There we go. And I happen to just have this bling here, so wow, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we use that? So just pop that down. Whoops. Okay, I'm struggling to hold that now because I've got glue all over my nail. It's kind of in the way. Oh, right, struggling to hold it. Okay, there we go. Yay! Just dab that glue off. There we go. So that's another little piece done, just a corner sort of tuck. So I'll just put that behind me now. So everything that I've done is just being piled up on the floor, just so that I'm, you know, making a little stash of pieces ready to go into the journal. I'm just checking the time. Okay, we're at 27 minutes, so I think we're okay for a few more, or, you know, certainly at least one more. Depends, I guess, how quick I am, and as you know, I'm not really normally very quick. Okay, let's just trim this down slightly. Okay, again, I'm just going to ink this up. Okie dokie. Like that. And for this one, I had thought this would look really cool. Yeah, I thought the Big Ben there looked quite nice, so might have that on there, and perhaps we could couple it with some of the fabulous fall ephemera. I mean, we could have it like that. That might look slightly strange. No, I don't think I want to do that. So let me just pull in instead. So I love using the bits from the collage pages. I think they're just really fun. So let's have a look. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, let me look at the background papers and see whether there's something there. So this is quite nice, isn't it? That is quite nice. Actually, I've just thought, I have got this. This was just from one of those other pieces that we kind of made the other day. So just check how that would look. Oh my gosh, that's so striking and so nice. I know that that just, you know, shouldn't really go at all, and who knows, maybe some of you think it doesn't go at all. But to me, that just looks really, really nice. I've no idea why. It's, yeah, very bizarre, but for some reason I really like how that looks. It just, wow, stands out, just gorgeous. Yeah, I really, really like that. I'm going to stick this down before I change my mind. I hope this isn't going to be one of those pieces. Do you sometimes do that reckless thing where you kind of think, oh, I love that, and then you come back the next day and just think, oh my goodness, what was I thinking? That just looks horrendous. Yeah, I do that sometimes, but I hope this isn't going to be one of those days, but who knows, it could be. But to me, that just, yummy. That just looks really, really nice. Yeah, I might well be on my own there, but who knows. I think it's just this teal colour, and that's why I kind of wanted to do the update on the autumn 2020 kit, really, because that teal colour just actually is quite striking with some of these autumnal colours. You know, it kind of feels like it shouldn't go, but for some reason it actually does look really good. So yeah, hopefully you all think that too, but who knows. Who knows. Right, so we've got that. Let's have a look. I actually need, I think, to print out the ephemera pieces, to be honest, again, because I seem to have mislaid them all. Oh, I seem to have mislaid them all. Look at what I've just found there. All those black letters. So clearly I have just mislaid them. They obviously are here somewhere, but who knows where. They're buried, obviously, somewhere probably on the floor. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to print out some more of the ephemera pieces because I'm struggling to actually find any at the moment. But I've got... where I did the stamping, I don't know whether I've uploaded a video or not, but a few weeks back we were playing with stamps, and these are just some of the stamped stamps, which they look gorgeous on this food coloured paper, don't they? And again, just kind of thinking, does that look... Well, weirdly that did look really good, but now I've cut that out, that has taken on a green look. So when it was on here it looked kind of brown, and now it's got no blue edge to it. It now looks a little bit on the green side. So yeah, I'm not going to use that after all. Yep, scrap that. Okay. I'm wondering, yeah, I'm wondering if we could use, cut out the postcard here. I might not have enough to be able to do this, but let's try. So I'm thinking if we just fold this over here like that. Oops. So let me just squash that down. And this is pretty thick card. I think this is 200 GSM, or it could even be 250, so it's nice and sturdy card. But I'm thinking we could have this as a little foldy, kind of like that, and then you open it and obviously there's the tower and things. Should I have it that way or that way? Yeah, okay, right, so we've got that. Now I'm feeling slightly stumped because until I print off some more of my autumn pieces, I'm kind of running short probably of the autumn ephemera to use. So yeah, let's just use some of the background pages until I do that. I wonder if we could have this bird. Let's just have a look. that down. Oh, that doesn't really look quite right, does it? Might look better on there. Let's just get rid of those bits. Oh, that's quite nice on there actually. Right, I think what I'm going to do is just pop this tower down because I love, love, love how that looks. Just, yeah, really, really like it. So let's just pop that down. Okay. Right, I'm going to dab this off on my hand because you see where it's got the very skinny spire thing. I just feel like if I don't dab it off, I'm going to have a lot of glue seeping out. So yeah, just by dabbing it off kind of really helps. So there we go. Okay, press that down, and then yeah, I like how this looks with the bird kind of on the postcard there. So let's just ink the bird up. He's quite nice, isn't he? And just thinking, because then that will bring in the red from this side, or actually that's quite nice. That is quite nice. And actually we could have that like that, and then that flower acts as just a closure for that. Then what am I going to have on the postcard? So let's just have another little look through. Well, we've got those black words now. So we could have like a black word somewhere. What if we have timeless? Just because that's the next one ready to be cut. So let's try that. Oops, now I've got glue stuck on there. Oh, this isn't very good. Okay. And timeless, that's quite nice because obviously we've got the clock of Big Ben behind. So that's kind of quite nice to have that, isn't it? And then just want something else on there. So again, just going to have a look through. Oh, not the cottage. I do like the cottage on there, but that's not remotely anything to do with autumn, is it? So yeah, don't really want to have that there. Yeah, I definitely need to print off some more bits. So I'm just kind of trying to work with what I've got. But oh, that's quite nice. Yeah, I quite like that, I think. So let's just ink that up a bit. Okay, and we will just glue that down. I mean, we could even have this as a little tiny pocket. So let's just have that there. Like that. Oops, just dab that glue. And then we're going to have timeless. Sorry about that. My tummy's now rumbling because it's now way on lunchtime. I must go and have my lunch in a minute. Ah, it's really rumbling. I'm obviously really hungry. And of course, when you're hungry, that's never a good thing, is it? When you're trying to craft and be hungry, you know, your brain just doesn't quite function, does it? I'm going to have to move that up. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's that. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down now onto the belly band piece itself, like that. Okay. Oops, that's the doorbell, but that's okay because my husband can grab the door. He's still working from home, you know, because the office that he works for, they're not open yet. Okay, right. And I'm going to pop that there. And then we're just going to have this flower. I might prefer a bigger flower, to be honest, because it would have a bit more, you know, to tuck in behind. Let's just pop the bird down first and then we can decide. Okay. Pop that down here. Okay. Like that. And the flower, I'm just going to ink it up a bit. Now, do we like the big one or did we like the small one? Let's just check. Maybe the small one was quite nice, actually. Yeah, I would never have thought that the small was going to be my favourite, but actually it maybe does look better. So I think kind of there. So again, when I'm doing this, I like to just unfold it kind of like that, and then you can see roughly, oops, oh, come on, if I can ever open it, you can see roughly then where you can glue up to, the sort of line that you can glue up to yeah, I don't know if that made sense, but yeah, you can glue up to there, which if you don't kind of hold it there, you don't really know where you can glue up to. And don't get me wrong, even doing that, I've still managed to stick the pieces down from time to time. So okay, so that's that. Okay, let's look at the pieces that we've made and just check out what we've actually done so far. Whoops, now drop my glue. Oops. Oh well, right, so these are the ones that we've done now here using our collage masterboard. So they're just gorgeous, aren't they? And taking on a really nice, rich, vibrant colour, you know, which is really, really nice for autumn. So, yeah, I hope that you like the pieces that we've made and maybe got a bit of inspiration there for your own autumn journal. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll join me again next time. Thanks then. Bye.